Thanks for joining. Let me do my sound check first before we get started. As you guys know, sometimes it takes a little bit for the sound check to work. So there we go. There's the sound check. So let's go ahead and talk about this. In the cartoons and stuff, Catra would always turn into like a purplish cat creature. Basically, her mask would go down, and as soon as it did, whoop, the magic would take over, and bam, she was a giant purple cat, but not as big as Panther. She was just a good sized cat. Now, quick cool custom is to take one of the bands from Hordak's arm and put on her leg. Just looks so cool. So that's what I did with her. Now, I'm always afraid of losing this, and I've lost it a couple times and refound it. So I did find some guy selling one online, and I went and bought an extra one just because of my fear of losing that one piece, because it'd be pretty easy to lose. And I don't know, I guess he must have just wanted to keep the silver one or something. But anyway, hey Bo, thanks for joining us. So here is my purple cat. Now let me show you how I got this cat. There was a guy online that wanted to make a cringer, and he found this cool set right here, and it came with this black cat. And he said, hey, can you make a smaller cringer head for me for this cat? And so I made a deal with him, and the deal was send me one, and that will be your payment. And so when I got the cat in hand, I'm like, you know what? This cat would make an awesome Catra in cat form. And so I set out to make a Catra version of her in her cat form with that cat. Now, I did tell him about it, and he liked the idea too. I said, you know what? If I get it to work, I will send you some armor and the mask as well. So that's the first thing I had to do, was figure out how to make the armor and the mask to fit on that cat. I just painted it purple today, but here was the first mask that I made for it. And you can kind of see the resemblance. See? Dun, da, da. Here's the classics, and here's my mask that I made. Almost looks like Batman. No, 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 Batman. Anyway, so I made this so that it has pieces on the inside that match the eye sockets that line up with the cat's head. So let's go ahead and stick that on there. And ooh, it just presses right on and stays on without any tack or without having it with any kind of elastic or rubber band. So there we go. The next part was figuring out how to create the armor to fit on this cat. Oh, nice, Jerry. Good to hear you have all that stuff. That's great. Cat raw. Yeah, I never noticed that before. It's funny. So this is the first armor that I made, and it was way too small. When I went to put it on, it actually cracked on the shoulder right there and snapped off. I really liked how this armor looked and the sleekness of it. It was really cool. Then I've made a couple more armors since then. One of the armors, I tried it on an FDM printer, and this is what I ended up with, which obviously would not work very good for the cat armor. So the spaghetti did not work. I also made one that was too thin, and one that actually broke my machine when I was running it. It actually destroyed the machine. Here's one of the, whoops, here's one of the armors that was trying to be printed, and it just, you can just see it's just a disaster. Anyway, eventually I did make one that worked pretty well. There it is right here. Just fits right on there. And then I went and made one for the guy that gave me the cat, and his came out better. Because this has like a bump on the back right here, and I just did not like how it looked. So I just went and remade it, and oh, look at that. That is spectacular. And it's nice and shiny, and it's just beautiful. So I could imagine her putting her mask down, and notice I had the purple, oops, I had purple match her cape. So it's like her cape is part of her motif that changes into the black purple cat. So whoop, down goes the mask. She turns into the cat creature. And here it is. Check that out. Oh, well. And of course the mouth does move on this one, so it's quite cool. And I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's spectacular. Let's see what you guys think. Yep, the Batman song from the 60s. Yeah, I was thinking of using Panther. Um, oh, the Panther from the Walmart Jumanji line's a good idea. I thought you meant the big old purple Panther. It's like, that's kind of huge. Yeah, it is funny. Her and Beastman both use the whip. I actually used the red whip out of the weapons pack instead of the one she came with. It just makes more sense. But anyway, so there you go. There is my Catra. Now she can attack. Oh! Oop. Anyway, that's all that I had today. I know it's kind of a short, sweet video, but I just wanted to show off my cool cat that I just finished making. I was so excited about it. I'm going to take it apart, though, so I can finish drawing, because, like I said, I just literally finished painting this. Ooh. So there we go. You can see the parts just sitting over there. I painted so many plates red just making this. Well, here's one right here that I also made at one time. And you can see on this one, it just did not fit around tight enough around the belly. So my friend said, just heat it up and bend it. So as I heated it and bent it, the plastic just cracked all around and shattered. And it's like, no. So that's what happened to this. Here's a spare mask that I just printed extra because I had it on there just in case my other mask needed some more help. So you can see what it looks like before it's painted. So there we go. All right, I will go ahead and set the cat over here so I can finish drying. I'm just excited to show you guys. I just sanded and painted it. Basically, I did a wet sand all over it. So I'll show you how I did on this one right here. Basically, I took 400 grit sandpaper, sanded off all the bumps on the inside, and then sanded the whole thing really well and just sanded it like crazy. And then just put a ton of paint on it so it made a super thick gloss coat after I sanded it. Now, on my first rendition, I painted the inside and the outside. And I realized if I put a thick enough coat on the outside, the inside's clear. This one you could see it on, but on the one I just finished, be careful because the paint's still a little tacky. You can see it's not that big of a deal. From what you'll see, you'll never see the inside very easily, but you can kind of see how it still has the blue on there. All right. Thanks, Cosmic Enforcer. Hey, thanks, Big Jim. I appreciate that. Origins needs a cringer. You have the Udi Cool, but as you guys know, I got my cringer heads that I've been working on, and it's funny, is this head is actually made for this size tiger right here to make a cringer out of it, and I was going to do that originally, and I'm like, no, I would rather have a Catra transformation because I'm going to use this big doofy head on Battle Cat to make my cringer. So there it is, right there. All right, well, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next video. Am I going to be selling these? I don't plan to because the cat's so rare. You can only buy 2 at Hasbro. If somebody does get a cat and they contact me and say, hey, I would like an armor too, you know, contact me and I'll print an armor to fit on your cat. Now, I'm only doing this body because it's literally form fit for this cat. You can see the shape on the inside actually matches the muscle features of the cat, and the mask the same way. It actually fits right on the face. So if you happen to get this exact cat, and I have a link in the description, contact me and we can talk about price and what it will cost for you to get the armor and the mask, and then I'll send them to you. I would suggest getting them unpainted and just painting yourself. It's pretty easy. Just grab a can of red spray paint and hit it, and then just do some green little touch-ups on the eyes. But if you want me to paint it, let me know. It will cost more. Let's see. Someone says heat it up should fix it. Not sure that's about, Bo. Oh, the head cat swap. Yeah, actually, changing this head out's really easy. It's just on a small little point. You just heat it up, just like Bo says, and pops right off. It's super easy. Now, if you're going to change Battle Cat's head, it's a lot harder. That one you got to snap apart, and it actually destroys the head getting it off, the old head. But for this head, though, it's pretty easy to take it off. But if for some reason one of you guys wants the Catra parts, get the black cat first. Use my link down below if you want to see which figure and stuff I'm talking about in my description. And then after you get it, contact me and we'll talk price. It's funny, I almost bought a second one just so I could do both the Cringer and but I'm happy with my Battle Cat Cringer, being it's for classics anyway. Oh, you want to see the size difference? So here is the black cat that is now purple, and here is Cringer from classics. So you can see she's a little bigger than Cringer, which is pretty cool, which is why I made this head this size. Mathematically, this is the right size head for the purple cat. It's just a little bigger than Cringer's head, but because this cat's so skinny, you'd have to bulk the neck up and use some two-part putty around it in order to make it work. So it does take a lot more work to change the cat in the Cringer as opposed to turning it into Catra. Catra's pretty easy. You don't have to swap anything, just got to paint it purple. Or you leave it black if you want. Anyway, let's see if anybody else has any questions. What is the collection? Well, click my link and you will see it has all the details in my link, and you can get what kind of cat this is, where I got it from, and everything else. So, all right, you guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. And oh, that's the original. It is cool. Now, of course, it does come in a 2-pack, so you get this guy too, but you can sell him on eBay if you don't want the guy and just want the cat. He does have some cool swords, though. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and there'll probably be a couple more days before I have another live video. Yeah, you can use hot water or a hair dryer. The head comes off relatively easy. I was surprised how easy it actually came off. It did not take a lot of heat. All right, thanks, you guys. See you next video. Bye now.